Hey YouTubers, got another video review for you today. This one's from a company by the name of ICECO. What this is a portable refrigerator. If you've never used a portable refrigerator, these things are absolutely amazing. Unlike a cooler where you're always running back and forth to the store, filling up the cooler up with ice bags and all that. With this, there's nothing to it. You just plug it in, keeps everything nice and cold. And, you know, if you're asking how cold does this thing get, it's got a temperature range from 0 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. So, you know, my thought behind this was, hey, let's say I go to Florida to visit some cousins and doing some fishing with them this year. And so I thought, well, if I caught a bunch of fish, I could freeze them in the cooler and on my way back. And then when I got here to Tennessee, you know, I'm good to go. You know, I'm going to have me some fresh fish. Let's say you stop off and stay in a hotel or something between here and Florida or whatever. All you got to do is just wheel this thing in, plug it into an outlet inside the hotel room. Now, this is their model TR45. And the 45 in the model number stands for, you know, this is a 45 liter. It's also a 67 can capacity. Now, the first thing that I noticed whenever I pulled this thing out of the box was, you know, obviously the name written there on the side, but it says it's powered by SECOP. And so I've heard of that company before. So I Googled it and started doing a little digging, and come to find out, this company here makes a lot of the compressors for the automotive industry, recreational vehicles, and the food industry, and even medical stuff. So, you know, they've been around. They're not new to the industry. They've been around for like 60 years. So one feature that I'm going to go ahead and tell you about before I forget is right here on the top. You can see that it's got a really nice lid on it, but on each corner there's like a notch that's cut out, and there's one on each side there. And what that's for is if you want to take and pull the lid off and flip it around to the other side, you can. And I'm going to show you how to do that here in a second. But first things first, I did want to point out that, you know, a lot of lids on coolers and stuff are not made very well. That's where this refrigerator comes in, and they've really stepped it up. It's got a nice latch on it, and as you can see, it's kind of notched out in the plastic right in there, and they've got some little latches that hooks in. And so let's say you're riding down the road and you hit a bump or something, this is not going to come open. It's secured in there, and it's spring loaded. So all you got to do is just pull out with your thumb, and it lets go of those little latched areas, and then it opens right up. Now, as far as to be able to take the lid off and switch it around, like I showed you, there's a groove right in here all the way around on all four corners. So the best way to get this thing removed is you want to close the lid, but don't latch it. Just leave it open, and then you want to kind of rest your chest up right in here, and then put a hand here in the center, one on each side, and pull back towards you until you feel it pop. It's very simple to do. And then you just lift the lid up, and let's say you just want to spin it around, put the handle on the other side, then you can. So you just take and fit the little pegs down into the holes there, and you can see the pegs that I'm talking about there. You just slide them in, kind of close the lid, and then you just pull it back towards you, and it snaps in place. It's that simple. I just opened the lid to flip it around for you guys, and I heard the compressor just barely kick on. And I just wanted to bring the phone down here where you can hear it. It's just so quiet. I don't know if you guys can even hear that or not. It's just barely a hum. Let's say you're going on a road trip or whatever. You got an SUV, you want to throw this in the back, plug it up to a cigarette lighter, you can. Let's say when you get there to the hotel room where you're going, you just grab a hold of these grab handles and pull it out of the SUV, and then now you got some wheels to just pull it along if you want to. And you know, the other side has another grab handle as well, so this could be your puller. You know, it is very convenient as far as that aspect. And you know, they give you an adapter. So you know, let's see, this is just the standard cigarette lighter cord right here. And you can see, I mean, it's just a standard cigarette lighter. It'll plug right on in your vehicle, no big deal. But then they also give you this this transformer type cord. You can see I've got it plugged in the wall, and they give you an extra, some extra line there, and you just plug that cigarette lighter right on in, because this is for a 12 volt power source. And I think it's also set up to where you can use it with a 24 volt power source as well. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and just pop that open, and you can see right on in here that it's got a nice basket, and it's got 2 different compartments. And just to give you an idea of how deep that compartment is, you can see, you know, here's just a standard, say, half a gallon. And then you can see that I've got an ocean spray, cranberry juice, and, you know, here's a full bottle of wine, you know, and it'll easily clear. So, you know, you'll be able to hold quite a bit of stuff in here. And like I said, it's a 67 can capacity. But I know a lot of you guys are like me, you ain't always hauling cans. Another feature that this cooler has is it has a built-in light right here on the side. You can see it's got like 4 little LEDs in there. It also has a removable basket. Instead of taking the cooler in, you can just take all your cold drinks in, and you know, you don't have to lug the cooler around. So, you know, that's pretty handy. Now, as far as the dimensions of the cooler, you can see it's about 13 5/8 deep down to the bottom, right here on this side. And then on this side, 5 7/8 of an inch. And then as far as the width goes, right at 20 inches. I mean, it's real close. And let's see here, front to back, 1 foot and 1/8. Whenever you receive the cooler, you'll have to put these little brackets on right here, and they'll give you the hardware. All you need is a screwdriver to just screw those on, and then you'll have to put the wheels on, and all you need for those is a screwdriver. It literally took me like 2 or 3 minutes to get everything put on there, and then you have to wrap the nylon handle around the little metal piece right there, and then hook it through this buckle. And you know, it literally just took me just a couple of minutes. So there's really no assembly required. Everything else is you know, already done for you. So when you get it out of the package, you know, it's pretty much ready to roll. Now, to give you an idea of just how well built this cooler is, it weighs 40 pounds. It's not no feather. So, you know, it gives you an idea that the build quality on this cooler is made really well, you know, and some of that weight's coming from the compressor down below, and you know, the plastic shell. So, you know, and it's really durable. Now you can press on it. I'm putting my weight on it, and it's not flexing. Now, they do tell you in the manual to keep it out of direct sun. The cooler is made in China, but I'll go ahead and tell you the build quality on it is second to none. Everything that I've looked over on it, all the seams right in here, everything looks like it's made really well, and the wheels on the cooler seem to be of good quality. They weren't loose or anything. Everything that I screwed into the side, all the handles, the brackets, nothing was loose. So, and like I said, the lid right there, the little latch mechanism, it seems to be really strong. The plastic doesn't seem to be cheap or brittle, and I'm twisting on that right now. And then as far as the hinge goes, you know, I mean, the hinge seems to be pretty decent hinge. So, you know, there's really no complaints with this cooler. This is my first electric cooler that I've ever reviewed, but I've reviewed many of just the just regular coolers, and you know, I'm pretty impressed with it. Now, right here on the bottom, just under the handle and the label and all that, you can see this is where the plug plugs into the side right there. And you know, it's also, like I said, it's adjustable for the different voltage, and you know, it's the 12 and the 24 volts. And then if you look right in there, there is a fuse built in. So let's say this thing got too hot or something, it would just pop that fuse and you know, keep from ruining the cooler. So that is pretty handy that it's built in. Now to turn the cooler on, after you go ahead and plug it in, then you go over to the display panel here on top, and I've still got the plastic left on here, so if it looks a little milky to you, it's not. It's just I'm weird about peeling the plastic off of the display, because you know I don't like seeing the fingerprints on there, and I don't want to get scratched. Hell, I've still got the plastic on my stereo in my truck, and it's a 2017, so I don't know, I'm weird. But anyways, you just hit this button right here. That is your on button, and also there's this button here, and you can mash it, and it toggles between max output and econo mode. So you can see, you know, it just drops down right there. And as soon as you hit that button, you can hear a difference in the compressor. It's like it slows down to a slower speed, and so you can actually hear that. So, you know, I'm sure that they did that so it draws less power. Now, whenever you turn the cooler on, it's gonna have the little digital reading right here, and it'll tell you just how cold the cooler is on the inside. And you know, it reads right now it's -12 in Celsius, but if you want to read it in Fahrenheit, you can mash both of these down simultaneously, and then you can change it from Celsius to Fahrenheit. It's that simple. It's really easy to operate this. So it says it's at 11, and you can adjust the temperature control here. You know, if you want it higher, you just adjust it out to wherever you want it, and you know, it's that simple. It has a pretty good adjustment range on it, so it goes down all the way up to 50 and 0 degrees. Now, one of the features that I thought was really helpful if you're going to be using this cooler in a vehicle is it has what they call a battery start protection. And it says the fridge comes with a 5-second startup delay for the fan and 20-second startup delay for the compressor. And it says this is not used to overload the battery of the vehicle when it's first starting. During the first 20-second delay, the user can still adjust the settings. And as far as the warranty that this cooler comes with, I don't think you'll find a better one. It says it comes with a 5-year warranty on the compressor and a 1-year warranty on the other parts for peace of mind. And then it gives you the information. You can check out this company's website right there. I'll put a link in the description as well. But it's ICECOfreezer.com. So anyways, they definitely back the cooler. And you know, the cool thing is you know, it comes with that 5-year compressor warranty, and you know, that's going to be the main thing of this freezer is the compressor. So you know, if it did go out, I'm sure they'd hook you up. Now, to give you guys an idea of just how cold the cooler is, you can see right there it's at 4.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, the one feature that I really love about this cooler is the size of it. And you're wondering, you know, why you out here at your truck? Well, because this cooler here fits right up underneath the tonneau cover of my truck. And I've got, you know, this is a 2017 GMC Sierra. That's why I like this particular cooler, just simply because it will fit right up underneath the tonneau cover. And the one that I have is a Paragon cover, and so for the most part it only sticks up just a little ways above the bed. So you can see that I've got several inches between the top of the cooler and the bottom of the tonneau cover, and you know, that keeps it out of direct sun. So what I'll do is take and leave the cooler plugged in, but leave it here in the bed of the truck, and it's out of direct sunlight, and there's plenty of ventilation back here, and I just run the power cord through that little window there in the back. Now, if you wanted to, I'm sure you could take and put some sort of insulation over the power cable and maybe stick it in through the door right there. I don't know. You'll just have to play with it. Every vehicle's a little different, but you know, my back glass opens right in there. It just slides over to one side. And so, like I said, I was able just to run the power cord through there. And then right here, when I close the tailgate, there's a little rubber seal right in here. So I'm able to run the power cord right there, and it's not gonna harm it. So anyways, you know, if you're looking for a good cooler, then this is the one. You know, if you, now let's say you're on a trip or whatever, and you want to just keep the cooler in your back seat, well, you can do that too. There's plenty enough room. I know in my truck, I've got a crew cab, and so you've got plenty enough room to set the cooler right in here, and you know, it's not gonna hit anything. There's plenty enough room. In fact, I've set it right here on these seats. And the cool thing is, you know, I told you before that you want to keep the cooler away from everything pretty much, so it can get some ventilation. Well, the way that these seats kind of lean back, the back of them, I don't know if you can see that, but you know, the way they lean back, it provides some area in there. It's not like the seats are right up against it, so this thing would overheat. Now let's say you're interested in the cooler and you don't need one this big, or you don't want one this expensive, then you know, check out ICECO's website. They've got all different sizes, they've got all different series of coolers, freezer cooler combos. I mean, they have quite a selection. So anyways, give the cooler 2 thumbs up. Appreciate you guys watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel. If you got any questions, put them in the comments down below. I'll try to answer your questions, and I'll put a link to ICECO coolers in the description. Thanks for watching, guys.